Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, the name of the Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. That is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. This is in response to a question: what is the meaning behind Solomon's 666 talents of gold, 666? What is the meaning behind Solomon's 666 talents of gold? Is it anything in relation to the mark spoken of in Revelation 13, the 16th chapter on down? And the short answer to that is no. These are two different 666 meanings. Now, when you just go into this meaning, 666, it just means what? 6, the number 6, 60, and then the number 6. So 666. And when you go into the number 666 in Revelation, the 13th chapter, that meaning is chi psi stigma. There's a meaning behind that because it later on leads you into further researching, he that has wisdom, that the word stigma is the key point in that number, which means prick, which is going to be the implementation on how they use to implement the mark. This right here, 666, is just the weight of the talent of gold that was given to Solomon to help build the what? To help build the, let's go there and read it. 1 Kings 10 and verse 14. Now the weight of gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 666 talents of gold. And when you go into that, it's roughly equivalent to almost 25 tons of gold, which in today's time would be almost like the equivalent of 2 tons of gold per month for that year. So it says, besides that, he had of the merchantmen and of the traffic of the spice merchants, and of all the kings of Arabia, and of the governors of the country. And King Solomon made 200 targets of beaten gold. 600 shekels of gold went to one target. And he made 300 shields of beaten gold. 3 pounds of gold went to one shield. And the king put them in the house of the forest of Lebanon. So you go on to read, and this house of forest of Lebanon, there was nothing in it made that wasn't of gold. All the stuff that was made in this house of Lebanon, the forest of house of Lebanon, was of pure gold. So you see, the gold that was given to him was used to construct the house of what? Of the forest of Lebanon. So it says, moreover, the king made a great throne of ivory and overlaid it with the best gold. So all this gold was given to him. He used it to decorate and to put into the house of the forest of Lebanon. It says, the throne had 6 steps, and the top of the throne was round behind. And there was, let me start over on that, verse 19. It says, the throne had 6 steps, and the top of the throne was round behind, and there were stays on either side on the place of the seat, and 2 lions stood beside the stays. So everything in this place was made of gold. Now this is verse 20, and it says, and 12 lions stood there on the one side, and on the other upon the 6 steps. There was not the like made in any kingdom. And all King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold. Here it is. None were of silver. It was nothing accounted of in the days of Solomon. So Solomon had, blessings. He was revered as the wisest man in the land. And that was a blessing bestowed upon him by the Most High Yahweh. Because when he asked, what do you want? Instead of being selfish and saying, I want all this for myself, he said, for me to be, able to judge the nation of Israel. So the Most High said, because of that, I'm going to give you all of that plus more. So this 600, 306 talents of gold was used to help decorate and build the forest of the house of Lebanon. There was nothing in it that wasn't made out of gold. The whole thing was made out of pure gold. Now when we go into Revelation 13 and 16, that 600, 306 is something completely, totally different. So the meaning behind Solomon 600, 306 talents of gold is not related to the mark of a man. So let's go there and read that description, that account in Revelation. This is Revelation 13, and let's go down to it. Verse 16, and it reads, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. This is the wisdom part. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 306. Now, we go into that number, and it's going to give us an insight on better understanding this prophecy. This is the Greek, and then Solomon was the Hebrew, so these are two different languages. So this is 600, 306 in the Greek, which is, let's go there and read it.
Strong's G 5516. Chai, Ksai, Stigma. Chai, Ksai, Stigma.
This is Chi, Psi, Stigma, as he said. Now the root word in that, when you go to that, is G7042, which is stigma.
Strong's G 4742. Stigma. Stigma.
See, this is the wisdom that goes into going into these numbers, going into these, meanings behind it. That's why it says, he that has wisdom understands. So it says, root word, etymology, from a primary stizo, to stick, i.e. prick. So it says a mark, pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name of the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked into their bodies. Cut. See, they're going to cut into your body. And we know in Leviticus, the 19th chapter, the 28th verse, that's part of the law. There should not make any cuttings of flesh for the dead. Once you make a cut in the flesh into your body, that incision, a breaking of the skin, and you putting something in it, that's you worshiping the dead, because you saying that Esau Edom is your God. You taking his mark, his brand. You're bearing his name. So it says, bore the name of the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with tokens of their deities. So when you go into that word, into that phrase, into that verse, when it says, here is wisdom, you have to go into it. This is the wisdom. Look these words up. Okay? It tells you in Revelation, the 1st chapter, that what? Let's go there and read that. Revelation 1 and verse 3, and it says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So blessed is he that readeth. You got to go into these, because just because you see 603 score and 6 in 1 Kings 10 and 14, and I believe in Chronicles, it's the same account, 603 score and 6. It's not the same as 603 score and 6 in Revelation 13 verse 18, because that is John giving you an insight into letting you know just what the mark is. And furthermore, to prove that, when you go into Galatians, the 6th chapter, the 17th verse, that's the only word throughout the whole Bible that use that word stigma in it. And let's see how it's used in that verse. Galatians 6 and verse 17. Now it reads, "From henceforth let no man trouble me, for I bear in my body the marks of the Lord Yahushua." And we know Yahushua was cut, with certain scourges that pierced his body, that made a cutting in his flesh. When you go into this word marks, this is the only word that's throughout the whole Bible that has that root word, G. Let's go there and get it. G 4742. And we know the root word is stigma. What does it say? From a primary stizo, to stick, i.e. prick. We read that. You're not going to find this in any other account. Stigma is the only time this word is used in Galatians 6 and 17, to let you know furthermore that the mark truly indeed is going to be something that they put into your skin, cut into your skin. They're going to pierce your skin with that prick, that needle. So Revelation 13 and 18, 603 score and 6 is nothing in relation to 1 Kings 10 and 14, 603 score and 6 talents of gold. Okay? This is the mark of a man, and we know that man is Esau Edom, man. The so-called white man. Let's read that account again in Revelation 13, and then we're going to go ahead and close out. This is Revelation 13, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. That's Esau Edom. And his number is 603 score and 6, and that's how he's going to bring about his mark. He's going to prick, put it into your right hand or into your forehead, and by doing so, you're going to allow him to have dominion over you by being your God. He's going to be your God, because it says you can't serve two masters. For either I will love the one and hate the other. Man cannot serve both Mammon and the Most High. So this 603 score and 6 have nothing to do with King Solomon's 603 score and 6 talents of gold. Two different things, two different meanings. Okay, so this is 1 Peter 5 and verse 8. And it reads, be sober, be vigilant. Got to stay awake, because somebody could try to throw you off. Oh, King Solomon had the mark, the mark and talents of gold. When there's nothing to substantiate that. No, he had 603 score and 6 talents of gold. That was the mark. No, that mark spoken of in Revelation 13, verse 18, is a future prophecy to come. The mark of a man, that man being Esau Edom. That's going to be the way of how he implement his mark. It's going to be by the prick, the cutting of the flesh, the skin, to insert that RFID, M, the MC. So it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And if he can get you to coincide with anything that he may put out through other different philosophies other than what's actually being brought out in the scriptures, here is wisdom. let him that have it understand. This is the number of a man. You have to identify that man. That man is Esau Edom. The wisdom is going into that word and doing the research. Blessed is he that readeth. Okay? So you have the understanding, know that this 603 score and 6 was put into place so you can get the root word out of that word being stigma, which is the prick, the primary stizo, i.e. prick, further proving that is in Galatians 6 and 17. So this is nothing in correlation to 1 Kings 10 and 14, because we said and we read that the house, the forest of Lebanon, was made out of pure gold. That was the 603 score and 6 talents of gold that was given to King Solomon over the course of a year. Okay? So with that being said, hopefully someone was able to take something from that. And if it be the Lord's will, until the next time, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom.